Get that mess out of there.
Yes.
Okay. This is Adamant Ditto. Of course, Matt and Jess are joining me today. I'm Kyle. It's been a while since you guys have seen me. Yes. Well, that's because...
Kyle's a busy man.
Yes.
Kyle has a life, unlike some of us.
I've been busy building carpet... I've been busy building the set for a play that we're putting on at the University of Mississippi, Snakebit, February 22nd through 27th. If you're nearby, you should come see it.
Go, everybody.
Because I built the set.
I'll be there in spirit.
With your spirit chicks, right?
My spirit, yes. I will be there. Anyway, Kyle,
Anyways,
explain what you're doing.
Yes. We're going to celebrate my birthday, which was yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Or 2 days ago. Now, it's 1 a.m. And what we're going to be doing is the first of what hopefully will be many to come, our little rant things.
Yes.
What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to talk about the worst game I have ever played.
Oh, boy.
I mean, like, I'm not even a list, because it's going to take a whole video to talk about how bad this game is.
Yeah, this was originally going to be a list later on down the road where each of us lists off our least favorite game ever that we have ever played. But Kyle today thought of so many things that he wanted to say about this one game that he decided that we shouldn't do a list because he would take up the whole video.
Let's face it, you don't hate a game for one little reason. Really? There's gotta be this, like, massive amount of reasons that make a game just awful.
So this is going to be our first of many rants, one of our Rash Dittos. The first Rash Ditto.
We think. Okay.
Whenever you're
Okay.
ready, Kyle.
Can I get a drum roll, please? Good job. The worst game I have ever played in my entire life is Mystery Dungeon: Shiren the Wanderer for the Nintendo DS. Now, this game was given to me as a gift by Rick's dad, actually. Now, I can't go and ask him, hey, why did you give me this game in retrospect? Because that would just be a douche move on my part. But honestly, it's like this game. I actually had to think about this a long time because just thinking about how bad this game is drives me to the point where I cannot describe it. The cover looks interesting enough, if Teeks is nice enough to put up a picture of the cover.
Yeah, I'll put up a picture and some footage. It'll be great. Keep going.
Fantastic. It's interesting enough, it makes you think, ooh, Mystery Dungeon? And it's like a rogue and this... on a scale of 1 to 10, a 6 with him. And a weasel. So you're like, cool.
And a weasel.
What happens is you go in and it tries to be this sort of half turn-based, half RPG style game. And it makes a little bit of sense until you start fighting monsters. It makes sense if you're fighting one, because you'll attack monster, then it will attack. But if you're fighting a whole bunch of monsters, then all of a sudden you find out your HP is gone already, and it's level 1, and you just... This game sucks. But you manage to figure out how to get past the first few monsters, and then you're like, okay, I can get this. Then you run into... I can't stand the fact that I can't remember her name, so I can't berate her properly, but we'll just call her the partner. And like the first 3 times you meet her, she actually blinds you, because it's like every time it was also a choice too. It's like, hey, can you help me out? And it's like, because games play like you're a noble hero, it's like, you're Shiren the Wanderer, you're a rogue, you don't have to, but you do. And she's like, excellent, and then she blinds you and robs you.
Hooray!
By the time you finally make it through level 1, she's getting attacked by random villagers who she has also tricked. But you still help her out, and then she finally decides to help you, and it's like, hooray, that's over with, let's just keep going. Now, as you're going along, it's not like Final Fantasy where you would fight a monster and you can select the different things that your partners can do. No, what happens is, partner can see the entire map. It can see all the items you need to get and all the monsters you need to fight per randomly generated dungeon level you come across. Instead of sticking with you and helping you out when monsters come and fight you, she just bolts off to the nearest monster she can find, kills it, you get the experience, and then you're like, hooray, I got the experience for doing absolutely nothing.
I wish more games were like that. What are you talking about?
No. You'll see why this is a bad thing when we get to it.
Think about how much my Pokemon would level up if I didn't have to do diddly shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But go on, Crow.
You continue on, and you get to the next town, you rest up, which reminds me, here's a stupid thing that they implemented in this game. Hunger. You can get hungry. And you have to make sure you collect food randomly, and I mean, you can only do that in level 1 as far as I'm aware, and even then it's incredibly difficult to find even like a rice ball. But anyways, it's like, as you continue through the game, you get more hungry, and if your hunger depletes all the way to 0, you lose HP with every step you take. I mean, this is a question I remember having a kid during Pokemon. It's like, even if you only caught 6 Pokemon, which you don't do, you wonder, how am I feeding these things, including Snorlax, who eats its weight in food every day. But you know what? Because it's a video game, and because we've suspended our disbelief, it didn't bother us. This is a game that implemented hunger, and it's just awful.
That's why you don't see every other character in video games eating.
No other game involves eating unless it's for aesthetic purposes. And this is why, because when your character can actually physically starve to death, it's not fun.
Imagine playing Mario Galaxy and just all of a sudden halfway through one of the galaxies, Mario keels over and dies because he hasn't had a mushroom in 15 minutes.
Precisely. So basically, because you have to rest up in these towns that you don't know how far away they are because the dungeon changes every time you go into it, and you can't find food, and you can't buy food, and the monsters aren't dropping any gold, you're basically trying to burn through the dungeons without any sense of exploration whatsoever, trying to make it to the next town before you die. And even then, crossing your fingers that you have enough gold to pay the inn, which increases every town that I manage to get to.
Lovely.
Furthermore, this game completely clashes with my style of gaming, and that's inventory hoarding. Honestly, I can't stand using items. It's like when you can collect this huge amount of stuff and you don't have an infinite inventory, I don't know what to do. It's just me. This is just a personal opinion about this game clashing with me, but it's like when you have all these items and you know that they all do something different, and you pick up something new, and you're pretty sure somewhere down the road you'll need an item, you just can't throw anything away, and you're left at this crossroads at picking whether or not you should drop this item or that item, both of which are probably useless in the long run. It's like, here comes a situation where I should use this item. The only item I can ever remember using is a blast wave scroll, which you used if you ended up in this like huge room filled with nothing but high level monsters, and it's like, if you tried to actually fight them, there's no way you would win, so you use a blast wave scroll, kill them all, and be on your way.
Yay.
But it was like, that was it. That was the only item in the game I actually figured out how to use properly. Pretty much because someone in the game told you to.
So wait, you hoarded all these items and then none of them came in handy?
By the time they did come in handy, the monsters themselves were too strong to actually be of any proper use.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
See,
This game actually hurts you for holding on to items you might actually need. Way to go. Share the wonder.
but here's here's where this game really finally just got to me. Okay, remember how a partner will wander off and just kill monsters for you?
Yes.
Okay. The part of this game that I never got past, no, I in fact never finished Mystery Dungeon Shira and the Wanderer, because of this one particular maze. I'm pretty sure it was a mountain, and there were some rock mazes involved, but I can't see the maze. It would be nice if I could see the maze, but since I'm busy exploring and starving at the same time, partner has just decided to wander off and kill the nearest monster. Is it nearest the exit? I don't know. I'll never know, because I'm not playing this game anymore. She goes off to kill a monster, but unfortunately the monster was stronger than her. So she dies, and the monster levels up. When the monster levels up and then comes across me because I couldn't reach the exit of the maze in time, I'm now facing this thing that was stronger than the thing that was stronger than me that was tagging along with me, and there was no possible way I could win. I die horrifically. Then, here's what happens.
Fantastic.
Here's what happens every time you die. You lose all of your items, you lose all of your experience, and you go back to the first fucking level.
Yes, we are playing the NES again, ladies and gentlemen.
Except for the fact that this game is not fun. I swear, Mystery Dungeon Shira and the Wanderer is the worst game I have played, and I hope to ever have played. What makes me even angrier is the fact that Mystery Dungeon got a sequel and a remake for the Wii. How on earth you would even play this for the Wii, I will never understand. Honestly, if you ask me, every copy of Mystery Dungeon Shira and the Wanderer should also be sold with a hammer. Because you leave the store with a bad game and a hammer. By the end of the week, you still have a hammer. And the thing is, because it was a gift, I can't get rid of it. It's here, in my hand, now. That was the sound of me taking it out of the box and waving it feverishly.
Check it out. I went to Google a picture of the game so that I could put it in the video, and there's this website called Pwned. It's a society of gamers, and there's a page for Shira and the Wanderer. It says, be the first of your friends to like this on Facebook. 0 members own this game. 0 members are playing this game. 0 members want this game. 0 members played this game this month.
Nice.
I hate this game. And honestly, this is going to keep me up until 2 o'clock. It's 1:23 on my computer right now, and I'm just... my blood is boiling thinking about how awful this game was. I can't do this anymore. I'm going to take a hammer to it one day. I'm going to do it.
Wow.
This has been Adam and Ditto, the worst game Kyle has ever played. Get that mess out of here. Oh, one thing before you go. Fuck this game.